Hey traders, Park here with another indicator. I'm actually updating the indicator I presented you last time, the buy, selling, volume, momentum, average channel. And as you can see, this is the original, and this is the one that I did to update it, and it created an average. But you still have the channel, and you still have the volume momentum right here as well. One of the drawbacks from the original, it didn't always work. So what I had to do was add an average to it, or a better average to it. And I got to work on all the time frames without the breakage that you see right here. So if you already purchased the indicator, I should have already sent you an email showing you that with the updated version here. But what I wanted to present you was another option and an even better indicator, because one person found and they saw the divergences that was happening with the indicator within certain stocks. So I'll take you to the SPY on this day. Its price increase, the indicator actually started going down. That's basically just volume that's going down, because this time period of the day, if you look at my time reminders, you can see it's 30 minutes, or you can see this time period right here is really where you enter in lunch. So most traders are not really trading on that time period, but you can see how volume and everything really picked up during power hour. And that's how I always suggest that you use this indicator alongside another indicator. But one of the ways to help alleviate that is by using the new one that I created. And basically it's somewhat different, but it's basically the same concept, but I'm actually giving you buying and selling averages in there. And I'm also giving you a feature to change for the multi-time time frame. And I add in these labels for your day volume, your each bar volume, your bar average, your buy volume and sell volume, and then the difference between the two. And then you have your bar average percent, and that's basically either one of the buying or selling volume divided by volume, and times 100 gives you the percentage of give you that percentage. And then I take the buying percentage minus the sell percentage, and that's where you come up with this. And these bars right here, these two would change color if they were in a negative. But you can see right here, this momentum line, you can take that off and you can add that, or you can take it off or you can add it. But I also added the divergence. Just like the MACD shows divergence, now the indicator actually shows divergence as well. And you can see right here how volume and price was pushing up, with this red line being selling volume average and this green line being buying volume average. But you can start seeing how volume itself started decreasing, because both the buying and the selling is decreasing, and the momentum is decreasing as well. But you never did get an actual cross into here, but that's just a slow time doing a market, and buying and selling is basically balanced, and then you got your proceeding up. And let's go into the indicator itself, and you can see how you can get rid of all the labels, and you can change the average, and you can change the multi-time frames, or you can actually put it back on the original, which you can see it's not very effective on the time period that you're looking at. But if you push this up to a higher time frame, it will be a lot more effective. So we'll push it up to an hour, and you should be able to see how more effective it is when it comes to buying and selling. You got your dip right here on the hourly, and then you got your buying pushing back up on this hourly, on this hour, and then power hour, everything just changed. So we'll push it back to the day's volume. And one of the things about this is going to change. All this is going to change. So right now, on this particular bar, there's 114% more buying on this hourly bar than it is selling. And the difference between buying and selling volume is 2 million. And you can see how that's constantly changing, because there's a lot of buying going on this bar. Only like 18,000. But that's all about this buying and selling pressure. So it's not actual buying and selling, but it's according to the buying and selling pressure of the candle itself. And if you're not familiar with the buying and selling pressure, the code is just the close minus low divided by the high minus low, and then multiply by volume, and that gives you buying volume, or buying on that candle, or buying pressure. And the opposite is the selling, which is high minus close divided by high minus low times volume, and that gives you the selling pressure on that candle. It's not exactly accurate, but it gives you helps you identify pressure. And right now, this is on each candle, on each hourly candle. If you change to the original, or you can change it to the averages, and you can change to the averages. And on my average, my hourly, I'm going to change it back to the hours. I'll use 4 hours as an average. And you can see right now, on average, there's been 134% more buying than selling. And that's basically the indicator right here. You can find this indicator in the link in the description. And like I said, it's for the multi-time frame. It has a multi-time frame code built into it. You see the labels here. And we'll push it back to 5 minutes. It's not really a best time frame for this indicator to be used. It's really whatever you want to use. I mean, whatever time frame works best for you. I'll also include a scanner in this as well. You can also scan with the indicator as well if you're looking for anything with the momentum that's above 0. And you just go into the scanner and just put that in there. But that's pretty much the indicator. I'm going to switch it back to the 5 minute, and I'm going to put it back on an hourly, which was 12 bars for the for an hour on a 5 minute. And you can see how everything became intertwined. It told you that selling actually took over here. And it took over, and then it finally subsided here. But you can see the momentum was constantly going up, even though the selling average was on top. But that's only in accordance with what's going on within this hour. So if you put it on the, say, 2 hours, you roughly get the same. But what I'm trying to get is, whatever time frame you're looking at, for me, that's how I use it, and I change things accordingly like that. If I'm looking at maybe a time frame of 5 minutes, but I'm caring about what happens within those 2 hours on the 5 minute chart, and you can see buying it stayed above selling the whole time. The buying average stayed above the selling average the whole time. Yeah, you got a decrease right here of a divergence between these two as they started coming together, but the momentum never did cross below 0, so it wouldn't be a sign to get out of the stock, even though this happened right here. So that's one of the ways you can use it. But this will be the end of the video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments about the indicator or about the video, please leave them in the comment section. And just always, y'all be safe out there, and God bless.